Hey guys, Ivan here at ivanmana.com. In this video, I want to show you how to promote ClickBank products using ClickFunnels. This is part of a series where I show you how to promote ClickBank products on different softwares like GetResponse, GetResponse, and Unbounce. Check those videos out in the description if you want to see those. But in this video, what I want to do is select a ClickBank product, create a landing and thank you page, set up our custom domain, set up tracking with ClickMagick, and then create an autoresponder so you can start sending out emails using GetResponse, just because it's more reliable, cheaper, and faster to set up if you use GetResponse, but we'll get into those details later on. Before we dive into it, guys, make sure to hit like and subscribe if you enjoy these types of videos and tutorials, and make sure to hit the notification bell icon so you get notified when I release more videos just like this. That being said, let's get straight into it. Part 1, create our ClickBank product. So let's head over into ClickBank and find something to promote. We've already promoted a bunch of different products, so let's find something a little bit different. We basically clicked on this magnifying glass. We promoted a wide variety of these products. So let's do something a little different today. Let's head over into, let's say, e-business and e-marketing, and let's go through some of these. Perpetual income. So I looked at this offer before. I don't like the fact that it already, it's asking you for a name and email again. So this would have been a cool offer. It's got a video, but we're going to ask people for name and email, and then we're going to ask them for name and email again. Okay. So maybe we can save this offer, come back to it later on. For now, let's say we want to promote this offer, Click Wealth System. Okay. 2020 Biz Up offer. So if you click on it, it looks something like this. Okay. So what we can do in ClickFunnels is we can create a landing page telling people that, hey, we're going to show you a free video. If you sign up, we'll show you a free video that reveals how to get your first paycheck in 5 minutes, I guess, or it's a 5-minute video that's going to show you how to make your first paycheck. We will then send people to a thank you page, and from that thank you page, we're going to send people to this offer, okay? So we have that out of the way. Let's head over into ClickFunnels and let's set it up. If you have ClickFunnels already, awesome. You've probably seen some of my other 60+ videos on ClickFunnels showing how to do various things. If not, I welcome you to sign up and try it out using my affiliate link at go.ivanmana.com/ClickFunnels. You can follow along with me. It's a free 14-day trial, and we can build out a bunch of different things together. So let's start off by clicking Build a New Funnel here, and we're gonna follow the, fill in the blanks. So what we want to do is collect emails. We're going to give this funnel a name. In this case, it's called Click Wealth System. So let's say Click Wealth System. We don't have to enter a funnel name. That's if you're using many funnels. And we'll click on Build Funnel. And now it's just going to build a landing page and a thank you page for us automatically. So we just have to go in and select a template. So now we're just going to go ahead and select our landing page template. So we're going to scroll down, find something we can work with, and then we can edit it as we go. So it doesn't have to be perfect right away. So we can just enter anything, maybe something like this. We can preview the page, see what it looks like. Yeah, so this one's got that. I mean, we could keep this or we could delete it. We could work with this. I don't think we did this type of page before. So we can go ahead and select it, and then we just edit it out and add our own stuff to it. So we can click edit page. Don't worry, we will get our own domain as well, so it's not going to say your username here. And over here, so we can add a little logo here. As you know, I like to add text logos. If you don't want to spend the time creating an actual logo, you could just go in and add a headline, and we can create a name for our product, right? So again, as I always say, you always want to click here and kind of read through the affiliate terms, by the way, don't forget that. So you want to go through here and make sure you read the affiliate information. Just make sure you're allowed to promote on Microsoft or Google or Facebook, wherever it is, and what the rules are, okay? So that's the first thing you want to do. But I've already taken a glance at it, so I don't have to do that. But what we will do here is let's create a name for our big product, right? We don't want to use Click Wealth System. We don't want to confuse people and say that we are Click Wealth System when we're not. We might get in trouble for that if we do. So we can say, for example, wealth generators, something simple but enough to keep us going with this tutorial. So we'll go like that. We can maybe change the font a little bit, make it look a bit more interesting. And looks like it's bolded, so we're going to select it, unbold it. Okay, so something like that looks okay. Maybe we can italicize it. Okay, so something like that, and let's just left align it. And we can remove this phone number. We don't need that. So I'm just going to close out of that. Adds a little more space. And then over here, let's add a headline, right? So we want to say free video reveals, okay? So we're going to say, we'll say, oops, free, let's say free video reveals. Let's see, free 5-minute video, right? Reveals how to get your first paycheck online, or how to get your first payment online. Yeah, so something like that. We could make it yellow as well. So what we can do is I'm gonna inspect this page. I'm gonna head over here and just look at this and just copy this yellow here. Looks like there's no other code. Yeah, so we can try and see if that works. We just want to copy that. So 240, 266. I don't know if that's gonna work. We can try. So let's go over here and I'm gonna unbold it, and then we just want to bold several things. So we just want to bold maybe free, and then generate your first. Actually, we can't bold it because then when we change the color, what we're gonna do here is over here, we're gonna say the bold color is this one, and then let's see if that works. Yeah, okay, so that worked. So then what we want to do is generate and first paycheck. So first paycheck online, we can bold that. Oops, sorry, I don't have to select it. So I'm just gonna Control B to bold it, and now this should be in yellow. And free 5-minute video, maybe we can bold that. Okay, so something like that looks okay for now. Generally, ideally, we want to make the page look similar to this, and then this is attention, please watch the video by midnight. Yeah, so that doesn't super apply here. We can add it, but over here, you know, people, they didn't agree to watch the video yet. So you could add it. You could add it at the top here. We're gonna skip it here. And then over here, we're just gonna let people know what they can expect. So we're gonna say, select that. We're gonna say, enter your name and email on the right, and we'll send you the free video. Okay, so something like that. We could maybe make it a little bit bigger, add a little bit more space, and then maybe make it actually a bit smaller. Okay, so maybe something like this. And then we can remove this phone number. We don't need that. We just need the name and email. And now that we reduced it, actually, we should probably reduce the size here as well. See if we can fit it on one line. 16, okay. That looks okay. And then, you know, click here to get instant access. So we want to make it look like this. Let's see if there's like a button color here. No, it's just buy now. So that's not really going to work. Okay, so we can just keep it like this. And we're going to enter name, email, and then this button submits the page, right? So we can change this button here. Click here to get instant access, or we can just say, for example, send me the free video now, for example. And let's see if we can increase that size a little bit. Okay, so that looks fine. And let's change that to maybe now, get access now. And let's see if we can say get instant. That usually always sounds better, get instant access now. Okay, so we can have something like this. Maybe we can increase the space there at the bottom. Looks a bit squished. Increase it like that. And that looks okay, right? I'm trying to look at the color here. So the color of the background, I mean, this kind of matches. It's kind of bluish. Maybe see if we can increase the color a little bit. I don't know if that's even going to do anything actually, because there's an image. There's an image, so that's not really going to do anything. So the image is right here. So let's see if we can remove that image and then just kind of make it something like this. It's a bit bluish on the bluish side. Yeah, so maybe something like that should suffice. Looks fairly similar. You could have left the image, it's up to you. I'm just trying to make it more consistent to this page. That looks good. Yeah, I mean, that looks okay. Normally, I like to add the title at the top. In fact, that's probably what I'm actually going to end up doing, just because it doesn't look that good. So we're going to add this column here, and then I'm going to go ahead and drag that right there. And we should reduce the space there. There's too much space here. So let's select that, and there's, for some reason, something like this. We can maybe center that, and maybe we can increase the size a little bit as well. Okay, so maybe something like this. We can delete this now, and in fact, we can just add another one column row here, and we can just go ahead and drag this one. This whole thing, ooh, looks like we can't. Okay, so we'll have to drag element by element. We're just gonna drag it like this. like that, and like this. And we can add a little transparent background here, so we can go like this and just add, make it more visible. Could make it like that, that works. That works too. Either way is fine. Maybe something like that. Okay, so that looks okay. Let's delete this. Okay, so honestly, I think this looks much better, guys. Let me know what you think, but I think this looks much better than what we had before. Okay, so something like that. Yeah, so now let's add a little bit more information here, and we could actually probably even delete this. Or no, because we deleted that part right where it said. So let's just say here, let's just say enter your name and email below, and we'll send you the free video. Okay, because I forgot we deleted that part. So let's go in here. Let's reduce it a little bit, maybe like this. Okay, so that looks okay, not too shabby. This part we could, because they're separate, right? Or no, that's the same. Okay. So what we could do is, let's just make it a little neater, guys. Just trying to make it a little neater. We'll go full width. We're gonna move this up, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and drag that right here. Let's add a 3-column row here first, and we're gonna drag that and move it up here. It's no white. Let's change that to black. Okay, that looks better to me. Let's remove the padding from top and bottom bit so it looks better. Okay, so that looks better to me. It doesn't look exactly like this, but that's okay. Looks similar enough. And then over here we can add some things. So we could remove this. We don't have, oops. We don't want to save that. We want to remove this. We can have what people are saying. We could maybe, let's expand this one. Make this full page. And then that way we can change the color a little bit here. So background color. So again, this is mainly, we're trying to add a bit more information for, say, Google or Facebook. So we're doing something like this, just adding a little bit of color to differentiate. I'm reducing the opacity, okay, so that way it differentiates a bit from here. Copyright, all rights reserved, and then over here, what does that say? Powered by ClickFunnels. Okay, so we don't need that. So we can, that part is gone now. All rights reserved. We could say though, we could add privacy policy. We could say terms of use, and we can say disclaimer, and then we can maybe bold that. Add a little slash here, and looks like that part's good to go. So we can change these. So what are some of the, what is this video going to teach you? Does it say anything? Does it have any more details? Like, is there a certain page? Like, are you going to give us a guide? Are you going to give us anything? Doesn't really have much information here, guys. So we're kind of, left to wonder. It doesn't even say. So let's click get instant access. Oh, I have to enter email. Okay. I don't know why it's asking for email. And then let's just see if we can know what we're gonna get, because I don't even know what we're gonna get. And there's a 97% discount, so that's huge. So it looks like it's like a collection of items that we're gonna get. Close out of that. Yeah, so that's interesting how they don't provide any information about this at all. They just provide you with email sequences, but it's like, kind of crappy anyway. Maybe blog review. So let's see what they tell us. Okay, so nothing crazy here. Done for you affiliate marketing system. Okay, so it looks like it's a done for you affiliate marketing system. All right, so we could add that. So let's say done for you system. Let's say, okay, so this is assuming that's what it is, guys. Like, it's on you to double check this, make sure all that is right. So say all you have to do is plug in your information and you're all set to go. Okay, so something like that. Let's see what else, like what other information can we get on that. Integrates email provider, beginner friendly. Okay, so here, so like all these things we can probably add, right? So beginner friendly and create a website in less than 5 clicks. So like super simple. Yes, okay, well that is beginner friendly. So strong support community maybe. Okay, also the Facebook group. Okay, so we can say beginner friendly. So we can say something like build everything out in less, for example, than 5 minutes. And then we can say here, What was it, strong community, or yeah, strong support community. Okay, let's see if we can reduce that by a little bit. 26, no. Okay, so let's just say strong community. Just keep it at that. And we could just say, for example, get support anytime you need by contacting us or asking for joining our Facebook group. Okay, and that looks okay. We can add some images. We will do that in a second. Over here, we can add, what people are saying. Like, that looks fine. Thomas Reynolds saying, this is a great system. Really helped me succeed online. Okay, so for example, and then Thomas, let's say Billy Reynolds. I couldn't have done it without this awesome system. Okay, so these are just examples. Sometimes Google asks you to add disclaimers. Like I said, the closer you are to these types of products where it's one of the hot niches, the more of these rules that are in the book you have to follow, like terms of use, disclaimer, adding all these things. So you could add the disclaimer now, or you could wait until they tell you to do it. Generally, I believe this page should be good to go. So you could say, for example, disclaimer, these are testimonials and not guaranteed results, something like that. Okay, so we can just add that. And now let's just quickly find some better suited images and we should be good to go. So over here, we can go here and search for, let's say, man. Yeah, that picture would be great. Now, so normally what you want to do is you want to double click it so that it saves it to your ClickFunnels account and you can use it later on. If you don't, if you just select it and click add image, it's going to add the image just fine. But the issue is that if the URL changes, your image will not show up anymore. So we can leave it at man, or we can find a woman, but the name we already selected was that of a man. So okay, so let's select this one. So we're gonna double click that, and then we're gonna select it and click add. Okay, so there you go. We got that done for you, system. That pencil looks okay. Strong community. Yeah, I mean, these look okay, right? The only thing is beginner friendly, but that looks fine. You could go into stock and then here, like some basic images you can get. I think that looks okay for now, guys, right? So let's click save. Let's name this page. This is Click Wealth System, and that's fine. We'll leave it as is. It's asking you for all this SEO data. Normally, your ClickFunnels pages will not be ranking. Normally, they won't. This is for this is for paid traffic. This ClickFunnels isn't really meant for you to be building out your website and building SEO for. That's more WordPress stuff. So we're not going to worry about that here. Integrations, we will integrate this with GetResponse. So we're going to leave this for blank for now. We will come back to it. We will have to set other stuff up. So let's go back. Let's quickly create our thank you page. We're going to then set up our custom domain. And while the custom domain stuff is processing, we'll set up tracking. And then we'll do the autoresponder and we're good to go. So we're going to click on this thank you here. And let's just create some basic thank you page. Now, the reason why we're using, and I'll say it again when we get there, but the reason why we're using GetResponse and not the basic autoresponder or the ClickFunnels autoresponder, and let's select one of these, select this one for example, is because the GetResponse one is just more reliable. It's easier to set up, and it only costs you, it could cost you about $20 per month, as opposed to the ClickFunnels one. If you want to have lists or you want to get more information for your clients, you have to set up for their Actionetics, which costs $297 a month. So in total, you'll be paying about $200 extra for using the ClickFunnels system when you could pay $20 for GetResponse. So that's why I'm going to suggest to use GetResponse. It's just cheaper. You can create lists and look at your audiences. So over here, we don't have to say any of that. We just say thank you for, or we can just say thank you, right? And then we can say check your email to get the free video you requested. If you don't get the email, check your spam folder or email us at Ivan@ivanmana.com. And we can put a little period here. And we could also say here, let's add a little plus here. Let's say also, you can click the button below to watch the free video. Okay, and then we can select this button. I don't like the fact that it's like transparent there in the back, so we're going to go into advanced, and I believe it is line flat. Yeah, so we want to deselect that. We can leave that as is, and then we can change this to, let's say, watch the free video now. And then for the icon, we can remove this icon. We don't want it to be the icon beforehand. What we can do though is add the icon after. And let's just select arrow, and we'll do something like that. Okay, so that looks good. We don't need this. We can delete that. We can add this. What was the name of our company again? I don't remember, so we'll just leave it at Awesome Company. I don't remember what the name was. So that looks good. Maybe make this a little bit smaller. Okay, maybe something like that. I don't like this, the dashed border either, so we'll make it flat. And that looks good. Okay, so over here now what we want to do is add our affiliate link. Okay, so let's close out of that. So we're going to click on promote, click on generate hop link, and we're going to select the software. Let's close out of that, come back here. And then here we do want to add this. So I'm gonna paste. And then to the end of it, I'm gonna say $TID equals, in square brackets, click ID. And this is gonna allow us to track sales in ClickMagick. We'll get there in a second. We'll get there after we set up the domain. I do have videos showing you how to do this. I'll link this specific video in the description. If you're confused as to what this is, you have no idea, the video will be in the description, called something like ClickBank and ClickMagick sales tracking or post-back URL tracking, which will explain what this is. But just note that you have to add this to the end of your link so you can track sales in ClickMagick, which is what we're gonna do briefly or shortly. Okay, so we got that. So let's save this page again. We're gonna say here, oh, we don't even have to name the page here. Okay, so I was just looking at the SEO metadata. Yeah, normally it pulls this up, so let's just do it if it did. So we'll just say click wealth system, thank you. Okay, and we'll click save, and we're gonna go back here. So okay, so we're pretty much good to go, guys. So let's quickly set up our custom domain. Then we're gonna set up tracking while the custom domain is getting set up. It takes 5 to 15 minutes. And then we're gonna create the autoresponder and we're good to go. So to create the custom domain, let's head over to account settings. We're gonna click on domains here. You'll notice I got a bunch of domains. Don't worry about that. Click on add new domain. Now what I use to buy my domains, guys, is Namecheap. ClickFunnels, you can buy a domain here. It's gonna be pretty expensive, okay? So if you click on choose domain and you select the domain here, like for example, you select, IvanManaYouTube.com. You click enter. Is restricted. Oh wow, okay. Sheesh. Okay, let's just do this. You can buy pretty much any domain here in ClickFunnels for $20, which is way more than what you normally would in, say, Namecheap. So if I copy this, if I go to Namecheap, just remember this, we'll be using this one. But if I go to domains, and if we search the domain here, this will not cost $20. And that is 20 USD, by the way. Here I'll be paying, 11 Canadian. In addition, some of the domains are not available here. So in ClickFunnels, I noticed sometimes they don't have some domains that these guys would have. So for example, if you want to buy this one, for instance, ivanmana.dev, I'm going to quickly copy it, paste it here, and it says unavailable, okay? So I would suggest that you, instead of buying a domain in ClickFunnels, you buy it using Namecheap. It's just easier, and we're going to do everything together. Everything after we do that is free. So you just have to buy a domain, and then we will have to use Cloudflare, but it's going to be free. So let's click on use an existing domain. Let's suppose you bought a domain. You're going to click add to cart, follow the steps. Okay, super easy. We'll go back to our dashboard and we'll select the domain that we wanted to use. Okay, so we're going to go into domain list, and then we're going to select it here actually. So best funnel builder, you're going to click on manage. So once you select the domain, click on manage. And then what we have to do is we have to point the name service to Cloudflare, which is a website you're going to use. Is just www.cloudflare.com. And you'll be able to secure your domain with Cloudflare for free. Okay, so it's a system, it's a website that's just gonna allow you to create a secure custom domain, which is gonna start with HTTPS as opposed to HTTP. So we're gonna use this. So once you buy a domain, click on manage, then again, head over to cloudflare.com, sign up. Right at the top, once you go to cloudflare.com, at the top, it's gonna say sign up, create an account. You can create an account 100% free. You don't have to pay anything. And then you're gonna click on add a site. We're gonna head over here. We're gonna select this site here. We're gonna copy. We're gonna paste it here. We'll add site. It looks like it already exists. So maybe let me build your business live. Is that the one? Best funnel builder live. So let me just go ahead and probably delete this one. Yeah, so it's over here. Sorry. So let me go ahead and delete it, and we can just start over again with you guys. So I'm gonna go over here, remove from Cloudflare. Yes. Okay. So now let's do it again. I'm gonna quickly paste it. Let's click next. And now this is where we select the plan. Like I said, 100% free. You don't have to pay anything at all. And we're gonna do that. And it's scanning the records. And okay, so we have all this. So you don't need these two. So we can delete these two records. What you wanna do though is now we wanna set it up with ClickFunnels. So we're gonna click on add record. We'll click on CNAME. For the name, you're gonna use whatever you want. So what do you wanna use as the subdomain? Do you wanna use www.bestfunnelbuilderlive.com, or do you wanna use maybe like blog.bestfunnelbuilderlive? Whatever you wanna use, you would set up here. Let's say we just wanna use www, right? So just the standard default, we wanna use that. We're just gonna enter www here. But again, you can use whatever you want, doesn't have to be that. Next, we're gonna enter a target. So for the target, we have to type in target.clickfunnels.com, okay? So type in target.clickfunnels.com. You have to type it in regardless of what domain you're using. You have to type that in. Then you're gonna click on next. And now this has been added. Looks like it's good. Let's click on continue. Now we have to add these two name servers. So we're gonna go ahead, click on copy. Let's go back to Namecheap. We're gonna select custom DNS here under name servers. We're gonna paste it here. We're gonna go back to, Cloudflare. We're gonna copy the second one. We'll go back here and we'll paste it here. And we'll click check mark. And now it should be propagating, right? So it should be kind of setting up. It might take up to 24 hours if you had existing records. I do suggest, guys, that you buy a new domain. I don't suggest you do this if you had an existing website, by the way, something I should have said. If you have an existing website, don't do that. It's going to be tricky. It might break your site, might do stuff to it. I strongly suggest you buy a new domain. And so now that we've done that, okay, we're pointing it here. Let's click done, check name servers, and we're going to leave it at full. We're going to check this to on. We're going to scroll down. We're going to click on done. And now we should be good to go here. So let's just quickly click on recheck now. Always click that first. And now it's being queued to recheck, but it speeds up the process, at least in my experience, by doing this 50 times or more. So now let's go back to ClickFunnels, and now we can add a domain, right? So this domain is registered on Cloudflare. We're going to select it, and we're going to add this domain that we added. What was the name? Let's copy that again. Paste it back here. You will add it with your subdomain. So remember how we did www? So you want to add that here. You want to select this option, click on add domain. Give it a second. How to connect, we've done that step. Click check. Okay, so the issue was that I actually already had this domain in my list, but instead of, telling me that, hey, you already have this domain, just delete it, you can re-add it, it gave that error. I had no idea what's going on, so I just had to go back and just recheck. But we added it now, so once you do add it, you follow the steps I showed you, you shouldn't have this error because you probably won't have 50 domains like I do. But it's going to say this. All you have to do is associate the domain. So our domain was the one that we created. It was ClickWealth System. So you're just going to click on ClickWealth System. You'll click on Associate Funnel, and it should be good to go here. You do need to give it some time, though, to propagate. So if you go over here, for example, you click on DNS and come back here. We can refresh the page. And it looks like it's all working now. So if we go back to DNS, just make sure everything looks good here. SSL, make sure it's on full. Now we can go back to ClickFunnels. Let's go back and select our funnel. So we're going to go back into funnels. We're going to select on ClickWealth System. And now it should have our domain here. It might not be secure yet. Yeah, so it doesn't have the HTTPS. We have to go back and we have to actually say that we want to make it secure. Okay, so right now it's not going to be secure, but at least it works. Okay, so yeah, so it's not secure now, but it works. This is what it's going to look like. By the way, we can remove these animations here. So if you go to edit page, if you don't want to have the animations, I just realized I forgot. If you select this, you go to advanced, you go to animation, you can just say none, okay? And that would probably make it look nicer. Or if you want to keep them on, keep them on. But that's how you play with animations. You can, decide what you want to do. Come from left, come from right, come from bottom. But it doesn't look too good in my opinion here, so we'll just remove that. This looks a bit big as well, but whatever, we'll keep it on. Okay, so that looks good. Now to make it secure, once everything is kind of set up and might take you 5 to 15 minutes to wait, you want to go back into account settings, click on domains here, and find your domain. So it was, we'll just do search. We'll do best funnel. Let's click next. So that's the one. So it is verified, so it is good, but notice how it's not secure. So we're going to click here. We're going to click edit. Then we're going to go into the SSL portion here. We'll click on add SSL and we'll give it a second and it should say that it's processing. Okay, so here, so now it's processing. We'll notify you when it's done, yada, yada, yada. In the meantime, let's go ahead and add our tracking. Okay, again, as you know, tracking is incredibly important. If you're promoting on Google anywhere, you have to know what works and what doesn't. So get into the habit now of setting up tracking. So we're going to select this page. What we want to do in ClickMagick, by the way, this is a tracking system I've been using for the past 4 years. You can try it out if you want. I offer you a 30-day free trial with my affiliate link at go.ivanmana.com/ClickMagick. But I also have a bunch of YouTube tutorial and videos that you can see for yourself. I'll also put those in the description if you want to take a look first. But once you sign in, or if you already have an account, click on campaigns. What we're going to do here is we'll go here, we'll click on website code. And yeah, so that's fine. We'll click on website code here. What we want to do is we want to add this code. Now, if you're just starting out, you might not see this page. You might see step 1, 2, and 3. We are doing those steps here. Okay, so that's exactly what we're doing right now. So the first step we're doing is adding the code. So we're going to click on website code. And this code we have to add to our landing page. So here we are in our landing page. Let's go into tracking code. We're going to paste it here. We'll click save. Now let's go back and add the code to our thank you page. And then we should be pretty much good to go, assuming you set up sales tracking with ClickBank as well, which again, I'll link the video in the description. And if you do that, you'll be able to see everything in ClickMagick, including your sales. So we'll go here to our page. Now we'll click on conversion code. We will select action. We're going to copy this, and now on our thank you page, we want to go into tracking code, and we want to paste that there. We'll close out of that. We'll click save. Okay, so now we can quickly test this, make sure it's working in ClickMagick. So if we go to opt-in, we're going to click here. And by the way, if you don't want your page to look like this, that looks pretty crappy. If you go to publishing, you can change the path here. So for example, this one is Click Wealth. You can update, and then this is actually this is a URL that you can click on, but what people will actually see when they land on the page is going to be this. So you also want to change this to, for example, Click Wealth with a dash, and then you click update. And so now if we click on this page, it is still not secure. That's okay. We'll need to give it a bit more time, but this is the URL that we're going to use, right? So we're ready to use this URL, this custom domain that we selected. So we're going to copy that. We'll go back into ClickMagick now, and now we're going to do step 2, which is creating our URL. So we're going to go into URL builder. We're going to paste this here. And then let's suppose we want to use Google. Let's suppose we want to promote it on Google search. And the name of the campaign is Click Wealth System, for example. Okay, these two are optional. I do use them in the video. So check out my courses and my other videos on how to promote ClickBank products on Google ads, Facebook ads, Microsoft ads. I show you how to do that. But for the time being, just to test this, make sure it's working, we will use this URL with just these 3. So we're going to click save and copy. Let's open a new tab here. Let's paste and go. And okay, everything looks good. Let's head back over into ClickMagick. Let's go into dashboard and just make sure that we see a click here. And we do, right? We see a visitor. But now let's go ahead and sign up. Ivan at ivan.com. We'll click next. And we should land on our thank you page. So let's go here. Let's refresh. And boom, we see an action. Okay, so you're going to be able to see everything, and then you can filter over here by how many clicks did I get from Google, or how many sales, how many engagements, what about search, what about campaign, right? So if you have a bunch of campaigns, you have a bunch of different mediums, for example, search, display, YouTube campaigns, Gmail campaigns, Facebook campaigns, native campaigns, you can filter them over here and see, hey, how are my search doing? How are my display doing? How's my Google? How's my Microsoft? How's my Facebook doing? How are my specific campaigns doing? You can filter them here, and then these ones you can filter as well. So once you can add the keyword token, which I have videos on how to do. You can have the ads, like specific ad copies and stuff like that, okay? So you know it's working, and then once you set up the sales tracking, like I said you will be able to see the customers here. You will know how many people converted, okay? So that means we're pretty much good to go here with the tracking, with the domain. So we can go ahead and refresh the page again and see if the SSL certificate was issued. What you do have to do once you select that option is actually you have to go back as well. So let's head over here, go back into domains, and then you'll have to click the option that says check. So let's select here. It was best something. Best funnel builder live. Okay, so we're going to click it again. We'll click on SSL, and then we have to click check now. And then it's going to check it now, and it looks like it is good. Okay, so now let's go back to the funnel and see if we have the secure domain now. So we'll click here, and looks like not yet. Yes, it is. I saw that. Yeah, HTTPS. So it's almost done. Okay, so it says, okay, so something on the page is unsecure. Because there's probably an image here or something that's not good, but the domain itself, it does work. So we have HTTPS, okay? We just have to figure out what exactly, yeah, so the security is valid, that's good, but there are some images or something here that are not secure, but it should be good to go. So let's, oh yeah, submit form looks good, let's save it. But the domain is already secure. So there it is, HTTPS, let's try now. Okay, so still unsecure due to some images or something. Let's check this as well. Make sure this is... Okay, so this one is fully secure, okay? That one works. And by the way, we should probably change this as well from thank you 947 or 747, whatever, to something that makes a little more sense. And we'll just say thank you, for example. We'll click update page, okay. So that looks a bit better. Let's go back to opt-in and just check. Okay, so still, okay, so some images or something here that we can probably remove, guys. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. And you should also be able to contact support and they should be able to help you figure it out. Normally, you're not going to have a case like this. And if this is secure, normally the rest of the page is going to be secure. But let's say this is good, right? So we've created our landing page, our thank you page. We set up tracking. We created this custom secure domain. So now what we have to do is set up our autoresponder integrated with ClickFunnels so we can start sending out emails. So in this case, we're promising people a free video. So we're going to head over into GetResponse. Again, I offer you a 30-day free trial at go.ivanmana.com/getresponse. I suggest you use this because you pay $20 to create lists, to create reliable autoresponders, as opposed to paying $200 extra for ClickFunnels for their actionetics. So once you're in GetResponse, whether you have it or you don't and you're about to sign up, you're going to click on lists here at the top, and then we're going to create a list. So the first thing we have to do is create a list for this product, which is, let's say, Click Wealth System. You can only use underscores and lowercase letters. So we'll click or numbers. Yeah, so it looks like this is taken, so we can try doing -1, click create. So if it's taken, that normally means somebody else in GetResponse uses the same name, which kind of sucks. I don't know why they didn't change it, but somebody else is using this same name that we just typed in. And so now that we created it, we have to create an autoresponder list. So we're gonna go into menu, we'll click on autoresponders, and we're gonna select our list here from the left. So we're gonna deselect that. We're gonna go up and find Click Wealth System here. We'll click on apply, and we're gonna click on create autoresponder. And so what we're gonna do is quickly create an autoresponder, then we're gonna integrate it with ClickFunnels, and then that should be it for our tutorial. So autoresponder name, this is only for your reference. So we can just say, for example, Click Wealth System day 0. We wanna send this on day 0. So immediately after someone signs up, we're gonna select our list, Click Wealth System. We're gonna send the message immediately regardless of the day it is. We're gonna create a new email, and we're gonna create something from scratch, right? You do have to also set up your email with GetResponse, so you have to verify, and you have to create some email from which you will be sending it to, okay? Process is pretty simple. When you first log into GetResponse, in the top right, you're gonna click on your profile settings, click on emails, and then you're just gonna send yourself a verification email, and then you will see something like this, like an email I have verified. So we're gonna enter the subject line. This is what people will see. So we're offering people a free, like a free video. So what we wanna say is, for example, here is your free video, ... And then we are asking for someone's name, right? So what we could do is if we click on personalize, or if you remember what to add, you can just say this, for example. So then it's gonna say, hey, Billy, for example, or just Billy in this case, here is your free video. And then we can add a little emoji. So maybe, I don't know if there's like a video emoji. No. TV maybe. Yeah, so like maybe something like this, right? Free video. And then you can go ahead and you can just Control C and Control V to copy paste this here. This one is for your reference, but this is what people will see. So let's click next step. And let's create something from scratch. I don't like to use templates, so we're going to click on start from scratch. We'll select blank template, and we're just going to write some text. Okay, so we'll write some basic things. So we're going to drag that over here. Let's delete that. That's in bold, and ideally we make it Arial 16. Okay, and then we can say, hey, we say first name again. Hey, first name. That's going to be replaced with the actual first name, right? You asked for a free video, for a free, let's say 5-minute video on how to make your first paycheck online. Well, here it is. And then we can say, click here to watch the video. Okay, and then what we can do is if we head over, we can go back here. If we click promote, we're going to generate hop link. We're going to copy this link again, right? That's our affiliate link. Go back in here. We're going to select this. We're going to insert link. We're going to paste it here. And we can say question mark TID equals click ID. We can just say that. And we'll click on OK. Now for tracking sales over emails, it's not as simple as adding the TID that I just did. You do have to set up cross-device tracking, which ClickMagick covers in thorough details in their videos. So I'm not going to cover it here because it is a pretty lengthy process. But if you want more specific email tracking, I would suggest that you follow the tutorial that ClickMagick has on cross-device tracking. Just type in cross-device in ClickMagick help desk and they'll have videos to show you. But what we're going to do here is, yes, to help you make your first paycheck online. This is a super beginner-friendly, done-for-you system that will help you make your first income. It will help you make your first $1 from home, or $10 or $100, whatever you want to say. And then you could say, for example, just like you, I was a beginner when I first started, but after trying this system, I realized there were a few key things I was missing. Okay, so we can just say something like that, and then we can say, over the next few days, I'll be sending you more emails with information on how to make money online. So be sure to whitelist my email, right, Ivan@ivanmana.com, so you can receive them. You could say, like, in the next video what you're gonna send them. So you could say, for example, in the next email, or not video, email, I'm going to send you, the 5 things you can do right now to start making your first $10 online, or $100 online, maybe a bit more desirable. All right, and then we can say talk soon, and then you can enter your name or whatever you want. So we can say Ivan Mana. I do like to make this yellow just to sorry, not that. No, that's not what we want to select when we cancel. We want to do a background. I want to do background. So over here, we're going to select like a yellowish background. And we'll click OK. And that just kind of, that just adds a little flavor to it, differentiates it a little bit. And then over here, we could say, this is a super beginner-friendly, done-for-you system. Maybe we can bold that. Just like you, I was a beginner when I first started. Just spice things up a little bit. Make sure to whitelist my email. Maybe we want to bold that as well. Things like that. That looks good. And then over here, maybe let's add, we can add a PS, or we can say, yeah, so we could say like PS, if you still haven't seen the free video, click here to watch now. Okay, so just something like that. Now obviously we don't want that to be in yellow, so we're going to select it. We'll click the little X there, and we could bold it. And then what we could do is let's select this option here. I'm gonna Control C to copy quickly, and then we'll say click here to watch now. We're gonna add that there. We'll click OK. All right, so now we have the links twice in the email, and this is gonna be our first email. So we'll click next step. And we're gonna verify all this. We'll click save and publish. And now we have our first email for our list, Click Wealth System, okay? You can add more autoresponders by clicking create autoresponder, follow the steps, and then just say on day 1, on day 2, on day 3, and so on, or whatever days you want. You can also change the view by selecting it here and just going back if you want. And you will see your open rate and your click-through rate over here as well. Now notice how this is pretty simple, really straightforward, doesn't take much to do, and it only costs $20 a month. So unlike ClickFunnels, where you gotta pay an extra $200 to do something like this, you just have to pay $20, okay? So in my opinion, Actionetics not a good deal when you can just pay $20 for this. So now that we've done that, we have to integrate this with ClickFunnels, and then we are done and good to go, okay? So what we're gonna do is head over into account settings again. We're gonna click on integrations. We're gonna click on add new integration. We're gonna select GetResponse, or we can just type in GetResponse here, but I'm sure I could pull it up rather quickly right here. And all we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna enter an API key, okay? So for the integration name, we'll say GetResponse integration. For the API key, what you're gonna do is you're gonna head over here in GetResponse, you'll click on integrations and API. You will click on API, this tab, and you're gonna see the API code, okay? It's gonna be a code that's specific to you. If you don't share it with anybody. If you do, you can click on regenerate, you'll get a new code, but I already have it linked in some places, so I don't wanna have to redo it again. You're gonna do, you'll click on API, you'll get the key, and you will paste it here, okay? So I'm gonna do that here in a second, and then I will see you once I get the key and put it there. All right, so I added the key here to my GetResponse list. So all you're gonna do is click on add integration, give it a second to load, and now this integration should be here called GetResponse integration, right? That's what we called it. So now what we have to do is head back over into our funnel. We have to select our specific funnel, so Click Wealth System. And over here, we have to click on edit page. And we're gonna go into settings, we'll click on integrations, and we will select our integration from the dropdown. In this case, GetResponse integration. We're gonna select add to campaign, and we're gonna select a list. In this case, it was Click Wealth System 1.2, okay? And that is it, okay? So now it's integrated, we'll click save, and once someone enters their name and email and signs up, they will be taken to your thank you page while being added to the GetResponse campaign, okay? And they will start receiving emails, okay? So that is really it. That is all you have to do, guys. If you want to learn how to promote ClickBank products using GetResponse, using GetResponse, using Unbounce, check out the videos. Again, I'll link them in the description. But once you do this, you should also start promoting it, right? Obviously. So you should also definitely take my courses on how to promote these products using Google Ads, Facebook Ads, and or Microsoft Ads, whichever one you want, at ivanmana.com/all-courses. But that is it for this tutorial video. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one.